Necromancer Wizard, I'm probably going to have strong feelings on this. I usually have strong feelings on Necromancers. I like Necromancers, to be clear. Also, to be clear, Ben Byrne is an honorable man. For those of you who understand, you understand. Level 3, Necromancy. Oh, wait, no, right. Necromancy's font now gives you free Necromancy spells, like the other two. Necromancy Spellbook is a new feature that incorporates a redesigned version of the prior Grim Harvest feature. Grave Power, Undead Secrets, and Death's Master are new features. Undead Thralls have been redesigned to utilize the Summon Undead spell. So we're going to be pulling up. So it's not the... Where? Summon Undead. As long as the Necromancer is better at Summon Undead than the Summoner, I think we're good. Double check what the Summoner did. We'll go over the Necromancer, then I'll look at the Summoner again. Necromancy Savant, 2 wizard spells when you get this, and then once when you gain a spell slot from the Necromancy School. Necromancy Spellbook. Necrotic resistance. You have resistance to necrotic damage. When you cast a Necromancy spell using a spell slot, choose yourself or a creature you can see within 30 feet of yourself to gain temporary hit points equal to the level of the spell slot plus your intelligence modifier. Yeah, okay. It's a little nubbin of hit points. Is that it? All right. All right. So you're level 3. You become a necromancer. Can you summon undead at all? Can you animate them? Can you have a little undead friend? No. No, you cannot. So, level 1, you're not a necromancer. Level 2, you're not a necromancer. Level 3, you become a necromancer. You're still not a necromancer. Level 4, you have the necromancy subclass. You are not a necromancer. Level 5, you can finally learn to be a necromancer. Why? We need a feature for a little guy, just a little friend and he needs to either be bony or smell bad. That's what we need. Maybe I'm missing something. Like I could be missing. Maybe there is a necromancy spell that I have just overlooked. Let's go to DMD Beyond. Look up them spells. Look in Spell School Necromancy. We want it to be level 1, level 2. Level 3 doesn't matter because we get the big boys. Alright. Cause fear, false life, inflict wounds, raise sickness, wrathful smite, blindness, deafness, gentle repose, ray of enfeeblement, wither and bloom. That's it. Alright. We need, at level 3, right here, somewhere in here, we need, even if it's just a familiar, an undead familiar, we need something. Resistance to necrotic damage, meh. Temporary hit points when you cast a necromancy spell, flavorful-ish. Maybe temporary hit points as a reaction if something dies near you or something. I don't know. But not... This doesn't make me want to play a necromancer. Like, to be able to play a necromancer, you have to be at least level 5. This is my... So far, of the wizard options, this is the one I like the least. Level 6, Grave Power. You have discovered more necromantic insights and are inscribed them into your spellbook. While holding your spellbook, you gain the following benefits. Grave resilience. When you use Arcane Recovery, your exhaustion level, if any, decreases by 1. Okay. Overwhelming Necrosis. Damage from your wizard spells and wizard features ignores resistance to necrotic damage. This is nice. Actually, not only is this nice, this is necessary. Because a necromancer who is incapable of fighting undead doesn't make sense. Because you should, if anything, you should be one of the most competent people at fighting undead. In my opinion, I guess I should say. Level 6, Undead Thralls. You always have Summon Undead prepared and can cast it once without expending a spell slot. When you cast Summon Undead without a spell slot, you can regain hit points equal to half the summoned creature's total hit points, but doing so halves the creature's hit points. Once you cast the spell without a spell slot, you must finish a long rest. That is convoluted. So you can summon undead to make your undead not good and heal yourself for half of them. Stealing health from your undead minions. I support this. Wording it like that, not so much support. I feel like this shouldn't be... you shouldn't just be able to heal from taking... What was that necromancy spell? I think it was in Xanathar's that like healed you when you hurt yourself. Some sacrifice maybe. Life transference. There it is. I knew it was around here somewhere. Is life transference still a thing? Nope. Okay, that's makes me a little sad, if I'm honest. I like that spell. Maybe it was a little strong, but I like that spell. All right, so I wish the theming of this ability stayed the same, and it would just worked a little bit different. Level 10, Undead Secrets. You have learned more secrets about the nuances of life and death. When you finish a long rest, you can spend a level 4 plus spell slot to protect yourself from death. Until you finish a long rest, the next time you would drop to 0 hit points, your hit points instead change to a number equal to 10 times the spell slot expended. In addition, immediately after you take damage and are bloodied after taking that damage, but not killed outright, you can take a reaction and teleport to an unoccupied space up to 60 feet from yourself, and each creature within 10 feet of the space left takes 2d10 necrotic damage. This sounds like a capstone, honestly. So you hit 0 hit points, 10 times the spell slot expended, so you gain minimum 40 HP, and then you blow up, dealing necrotic 2d10 necrotic damage, and teleport 60 feet away. This is awesome. This is cool. Problem is, you have to hit level 10 before you do something cool with this subclass. Like, so to be clear, my problem isn't with Undead Secrets. My problem is more the previous 9 levels. Deathmaster, abstruse. I'm just unfamiliar with that word. Abstruse, difficult to understand, obscure. Because I was thinking it was obtuse and maybe like a typo. No, abstruse. Okay, yeah. I learned something new. Abstruse rituals within your spellbook allow you mastery over forces of death. While holding your spellbook, you gain the following benefits. Bolster Undead. As a bonus action, choose any number of undead you have created or summoned with a necromancy spell that are within 60 feet of you. Those undead each gain temporary hit points equal to your wizard level. Once an undead gains temporary hit points from this feature, it can't gain them in this way again for the next 24 hours. Wait, how much was it? Temporary hit points equal to your wizard level. Okay. Harvest power. When you use Grim Harvest, the creature that gains temporary hit points gains one of the following benefits of your choice, which lasts until end the target's next turn. Target has advantage on attack rolls. Target has advantage on the next saving throw it makes. Grim Harvest. Where was Grim Harvest? Oh, Grim Harvest. When you cast Necromancy spell, use the spell slot, choose yourself or a creature within 30 feet of yourself to gain temporary hit points equal to the level of the spell, plus intelligence modifier. Okay, that's nice. Bolster Undead seems like it should probably be sooner. Alright, let's look at, where was this summoner person, conjurer? Alright, so the conjurer, when they summon undead minions, those undead gain, at minimum, 12 additional temp HP. And this is at level 6. The Necromancer, I need to scroll down. The Necromancer needs to use a bonus action, and they gain 14. The same level at 14. Okay, so the undead for a Necromancer gain 14 temp HP, and the undead for a Conjurer gain 28. This. Okay, so you don't get to be a Necromancer until level 5. You don't truly get to be a Necromancer until level 5. And even then, you don't summon quite as, like, you can heal off them, which is thematically neat, but it's super limited. Necromancer needs to go back to the drawing board.